Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into a daily read for Tuesday or thereabout. We, of course, are outside again, so let's jump into it. We're going to begin with some energy oracle cards, and then we're going to move on to the Light Seers Tarot. I'm being drawn to a bunch of white cars that are driving by, and are already parked, and so I feel like there's a focus on the color white. So when I think of white, I think of purity. I think of clean vibes, and so there's something about that for this Tuesday. There are several adorable moments happening around me in the park. There are two dogs playing frisbee, and then there's a little baby struggling to stand up, adoring or admiring rather the two dogs. But let's jump into the cards. The all tied up and a man holding a heart. I feel as if there's a focus on restrictions as well, and so I feel like that's tying back into speaking upon the cleaning up kind of vibe coming from the color white that we were speaking upon. But I feel as if regardless of whether you wish to be perceived at or are simply a male or a female, or again, regardless of how you wish to be perceived in this world, your masculine side is shining bright throughout this Tuesday, and your big heart is definitely part of this day. You might be somebody with Libra in your chart, because I did a Next 48 reading for them yesterday that I posted, and it was partially about, a big part of it was about their big heart shining bright for all to see. But I also feel like you're thinking about the potential of love moving forward for you, whether it's you being single and wanting somebody new, or at least thinking about it, maybe looking into potential options, or it could, relate to speak upon somebody in particular that you're considering or want to be with. But I do as well feel, for a lot of which, it's in regards to somebody you're committed to and you're thinking about the future with them. But we're also moving on to patience and community. So I feel like there is a patience that you maybe need to have while you're instilling that more so within one, if not multiple other people. Definitely, absolutely, for a lot is pertaining to a community that you're, instilling patience within. But I feel as if you're going to be as well needing to remember throughout this day, and I say this often on this channel, that when it's meant to get done, it's going to get done, okay? So that may tie into certain delays, or one in particular, disturbance or two. Maybe in regards to you having to, like me with these readings at times, start over, attempt to get something done several times, because we do often forget that the process of attempting or doing something over several times are just, it's purposeful as well. It's just not easy to be one with and remember in those moments when you simply just want to get it done, right? And so I feel like it's a day where Spirit's saying you may have a lot on your plate, like myself, a lot of which you're creating for yourself. Not all of it, I would assume, but I do feel as if you need to just take a deep breath and have patience. And they're saying add up. Did you see how kind of, it was like a sense of urgency, but also kind of like it wasn't very grounded in the way that I put it up to the camera. We need to rebalance yourself. It feels like a continued process. If you haven't, do watch the previous daily read for Monday about recentering yourself, finding a new sense of balance in your world. Wow, sorry, the tennis players in this park are just so aggressive. They're very dedicated. And so I feel like that's also a message. It came up for a reason. There's a sense of aggressiveness, whether it's yours or someone else's. There's a sense of passion and commitment taking a highlight outside, and I want to say within you, for aspects of your world. But it's all about how you utilize that to your advantage. And I want to say one, if not multiple, important situations within your world, to that's advantage. Anyways, I also feel like your helpful nature is part of this day. Look at this. Again, reiterating that your masculine side is very prominent at this time, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's also, for a lot, a balance between you focusing upon the potential of love, or just the love moving forward for you, not even just romantic, but I feel as well self-love and love for commitments within your world. And risks is what I'm hearing, but as well when it comes to money taking a highlight. And so for some, I feel like, naturally being a split collective, because it is a general read, I feel like there's some where this could take more of a highlight, and some where this could take more of a highlight. And I would say a select few, less likely you're going to find a nice balance between both. Anyways, let's move on to the tarot. They're also saying time is on your side. You're going to see multiple angel numbers throughout this day as in being drawn to the clock in the center of the patience card. But it's a day where you're going to be viewed as a star in your own individual light in one, if not multiple situations. I also sense that it's a Tuesday where your dreams, or at least one in particular, is taking a highlight. Again, I'm being drawn to the color white, but they're saying follow your North Star. Follow your North Star, however that's going to look and be experienced for you. I feel as if the color purple is relevant. And when I often speak upon purple, the messages come through of royalty and spirituality. So I wouldn't be surprised if those are very much pertaining to your energy throughout this day and your path, more so now in moving forward, but for some rewinding back. I find it very interesting that a family just casually strolled on by and didn't think twice about me reading tarot. It reminds me why I moved to California, because growing up, or rather, when after the beginning stages of me reading tarot, where I was living in Massachusetts prominently, or more so, people were, I feel, very close-minded and judgmental. Obviously not everybody. I have subscribers and supporters who live in that state, that area, but they're saying even Florida, and I didn't expect that one. But yeah, anyways, you may be reminded why something changed for you. You may be reminded why you made the right choice in regards to something you switched up in your world. For me, that is at least going to be one of which. But they're also saying your world is going through what feels like a death and rebirth, and it may guarantee it's a continuous change for you because there are certain stresses that your spirit guides and other spirits randomly are saying, communicating, we can't continue with what stresses you out. But it does feel like maybe there's something you changed for the better, switched up for the better, and it does have a little bit of annoyance or stress or difficulty in the midst of which, it's like, say you take on a very lucrative, beneficial and aligned job for yourself, just an example, but it does have certain stresses, but you can manage it. You even don't mind to, or at least certain points, or for the most part, but it's still the right choice for you, something like that. Okay, for somebody, it's where you're living. Could as well be where you're working for some, and it's haunted, or just at least very spiritually connected, and that has its difficulties. Somebody as well, maybe in regards to homeless people in the area that you are. The Queen of Swords. What do you need to cut out? What have you cut out? All of which is taking a highlight. Let's wrap up this reading by saying there is as well new money on the way, but you're going to find again the biggest message, the biggest energy or energies coming through are this man holding a coin. I heard Queen of Pentacles, and the man holding a heart, aka the Queen of Cups. Okay, or rather interesting, the King of Cups. So if this was truly helpful, I'm sending you so much love and light. Until next time.